Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. 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 Oh, wow. Yo, these numbers look crazy. My last tweet just went viral. Have you ever been hated or discriminated against? I have. I've been protested, demonstrated against. I had senior citizens hating on me. Me, man, like, what? What? I literally had senior citizens hating on me, yo. I'm gonna talk about my tweet. My tweet just went viral. Alright, so my tweet just went viral last week. It was crazy and so unprecedented because I could never have guessed. It's crazy. And this is the thing, like, guys, I don't want to classify the range as millennials or Gen Z or whatever. I was speaking from experience. Like, I literally grew up with people from 85 to 95. You can classify them based on what you feel should be what. But this was not theoretical. I was literally looking at the experiences. I was not formulating anything. I did not do any research. I was literally speaking it as I experienced it. So basically what happened was I was trying to write like a script for a video I was trying to do. So the ideas were in my head. So I was trying to like put it down on paper. So because I was trying out Twitter more because of my manager, Fred, said I should be more outspoken. So I was trying to like use Twitter more. So I figured instead of like using my notepad, let me actually just type this out as a thread, which was like my first time using a thread. How a thread works is you basically write down ideas in paragraphs as you go. So you write the first one, second one, third one. So I was basically writing them as I was going, thinking about the stuff I wanted to talk about in the video and stuff like that. When I was done, I moved on. And this is the other thing, my notification settings are on filtered. So I literally had no idea what was going on until like later that night when I noticed like, wait, these numbers look crazy. So, you know, it's that kind of thing where you think something is crazy and then it gets crazier and then it gets crazier and then it gets like insane. So I figured I'm not gonna do the video because it's gonna look like I'm trying to maximize, like over maximize over what happened. So I figured, you know, I'll move on and find something else to do a video about. But like basically what I was trying to say is my generation is the most unique in this. Every generation is unique. There's no generation that's like any other generation. Get that straight. We are all special in our own ways. People from, I actually tried to highlight some things like what makes the people before us better in a way is because they were like hard workers, like physically and other things. What makes the generation now or after us special is that they are smarter in like how they do things. People from before think those guys are lazy. People from after think those guys were crazy. But we kind of like are in the middle of all that because we relate to the new generation and we relate to the older generation, but the generation before us doesn't necessarily relate with the generation after. And there's always going to be this thing where each generation feels like the one before them wasn't as good or as awesome as they are. So we all feel like our generation is better in a way because times keep progressing, things get better. But like in general, regarding the technological advancements, how life is lived now, we hold like a very special spot in like we interacted with so many things that were never there before. So the generation before us, quite alright, started the internet or the other things, but we literally grew up seeing the internet go mainstream. Computers were there before, but they went like mainstream in our generation. Before I was 5, you probably couldn't get like a computer in Africa. If you did, you had to be like super wealthy or like in the government or something. So my generation saw things like computers go mainstream where literally everyone has a laptop now. We have smartphones, all that stuff. So it's a very special point in time because it's never gonna happen again. Like look at iPhones. There's so many innovative things that's happened like with the iPhone. But do you think that level of progression is possible going forward? No, I don't think so. There were innovations before and there will be innovations after. They will never be as drastic over a short space of time. We've experienced like a very special time, and I feel based on what's happening now, we are in the best position to understand things and not take them for granted and not be so backwards in thinking there's only one way to do it. Personally, because I feel like I spoke to my generation at once, like in one tweet, and like everyone possibly between the ages of 85 to 1995 is going to see that tweet, is going to retweet, is going to, because that's basically what they went through. And it's not even something you have to really think about. Like, it's not even research, it's experience. Like, if you've been through it, you've been through it. Nothing's going to change that. So I really appreciate the people with positive responses, feedback. I saw some articles, a lot of them from Nigeria. Shout out to Nigeria, love you guys. I saw some from Australia, the UK. Yeah, like it was exciting. I mean, there are things that I feel like I probably won't notice because there was no hashtag or a way of knowing or finding out. I got like tremendous feedback, like both from Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Like it was crazy, and I really appreciate that. And thank you for everyone who's like participated in engaging with the post, commenting, sharing, retweeting, replying, and all that stuff. Yeah. Grown folks, like old people, like people who should be outside in the garden taking care of flowers. We're on Twitter and Facebook hating on a millennial. Okay. This means war, by the way. I'm really trying not to respond. I will not respond. We do not negotiate with old school.